Hi, I'm here with my father. Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the Lovely Wolf Den. I'm Nadia. This is my dad. And I'm just gonna ask him some stuff and whatnot. What?
You're gonna ask me?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna ask me what?
Yeah. So my dad, tell us about, the job that you had and stuff.
The job that I had. This mystery job that I had. What she's referring to is that I worked for a record store that was called Tower Records. It was a global operation, and I did help them globally, but for the most part, Southern California was my domain.
Yes. And with that job, my dad has had a plethora of experience that the average person doesn't really have in a lifetime. And my friends and I joke about how my dad is just one of those people that's just lucky, and you just have a lot of things that just end up happening and working out for you, I feel like. So I just have some questions that I'm gonna ask him right now, and he's gonna obviously answer them and stuff. So first question, Dad.
Sure.
What was your who
I see you prepared thoroughly for this.
I just blanked out on how to phrase this. Who was your
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is where they yell, cut?
I don't know how to speak today. The favorite celebrity story that you've had, that you've met. Who is your favorite?
Well, favorite's always hard, because some of the encounters were what you might call a starstruck moment, and some were random. Some I was maybe helping someone that I didn't realize who it was until a few moments into the conversation. And some were people I really, really wanted to meet, and it just things worked out. I think a lot of it happened to occur because I was in the right place at the right time over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of the stories are you kids used to call them Forrest Gump stories, and I think your mom got tired of hearing them also. I don't repeat them as I hope I don't repeat them as often as I used to.
I don't mind.
But I don't know. I think some of my favorite ones were with people that turned out to be just as wonderful and approachable as I thought they might be, just based on their art. Some of them were musicians, some of them were film, and some of them were just historical figures of the day. Yeah.
Who would be?
You want me to get specific?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why this comes to mind right now, but there was an encounter that I had that wasn't with Tower Records. It was when I was managing the Borders bookstore in Pasadena, and I loved to be out on the floor. I always like to be out on the floor with any of the jobs, and just interacting with customers and other people. And I was working the customer service counter. The Pasadena location had 3 floors, and it was a really beautiful store. And it just looked like an old bookstore with just rows and rows of books stacked to the ceilings. And this fellow came up to the counter to ask me a question. And right away, it caught me. What caught me was how tall he was, and his hair seemed to be kind of flailing, and he was moving at a quick pace. And I said, "Oh my God, it's John Cleese, from Monty Python." And he walked up, and he said in his wonderful John Cleese voice, "I'm looking for a book." And just that phrase right there, I couldn't stop laughing. I laughed so hard. And I thought, this is a scene from Monty Python, and he's in a bookstore asking for a book, and I wanted to say, "Well, we're all out," but I didn't, because I couldn't stop laughing. And he said something to the effect of, "I get that a lot," and And once you compose yourself, we can carry on here. So I don't know why that came to me right now, but that was a moment that I really enjoyed.
Okay.
There's some that are much more sensational, and some that your viewers can't hear over the air. Yeah.
Why?
Well, maybe on our next chat.
Okay.
Well, that is a perfect lead on to the next question.
Sure.
Yeah, which is... I forgot.
Wow.
What's the next? Hang on.
She's gonna try to remember now that I said that.
I know.
Memory is
What is it?
stunning.
What is it?
What is the most unbelievable experience?
Right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so our next question is what is the most unbelievable experience?
Ones that genuinely you're gonna tell it and people are gonna be like, that did not happen to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those.
I know.
There was a time Mike Tyson wanted me to get in his brand new black Lamborghini and go to Vegas for the weekend with him.
What? Wait, I've never heard that one.
There was well, of course, the day I made Michael Jackson cry. That's
Yeah.
a pretty famous one, and it was not a mean thing.
No.
No, it was an innocent moment, and I regret that it happened because I felt so bad for him. But
Do you want to explain it?
no, not at this time.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
On our next chat, something to look forward to.
Keep them coming back.
How about I had lunch with River Phoenix just before he passed away.
Didn't you also have lunch with Molly Ringwald?
Oh well, that's the same lunch.
You know who Molly Ringwald is, Nadia?
Yes, I know who Molly
You didn't make a
Ringwald.
good face.
Because I know that. The Mike Tyson one. How did that happen?
Mike had a penthouse in Westwood. I was running the Tower store in Westwood, and he frequented the record store, and we became friends. He liked it's funny. He liked it if I would slick my hair back, gel back, and he would call me Little Bobby De Niro because I have this, right? So
Yeah.
he'd say, do the impersonation. I'd go. And he would just laugh. So we talked about a lot of things, and he had just bought this car, and he wanted to show it off and share it, and he said, "Do you want to take it around the block?" And I said, "No, that's okay. I don't want to take it around the block." I couldn't, that car was more than I'd make in 2 years, and but he said, "Hey, let's go to Vegas. I have to go tonight, and there's room, and I'll bring you back on Monday." And I thought, what a wild story that would be. Maybe they'll make a movie about that. But I didn't go with him.
And why not?
I couldn't see telling your mom, "I won't be home tonight. I'm gonna go to Vegas with Mike Tyson."
Were you already married?
Oh,
to
yeah.
Mom? Oh.
Yeah. I had responsibilities.
Any interjections, Mom? Any interjections you would like to make?
To that story. I would have been like,
You haven't heard it?
no, I didn't know that one, and I'm kind of mad. Why didn't you say yes?
I'd never even asked her. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Mom's heard everything. She was there for a lot of them too.
I'm so mad you didn't say yes, but okay. Anyway, you just met the guy.
I was at the Peterson Auto Museum the night that Biggie was murdered. Yeah, I left before that happened. I was there.
Yeah.
Great party.
Okay.
I was there for the food.
Me. Okay. All right. So next question. What advice would you have for people that happen to meet celebrities? Because for example, me, it doesn't matter how famous the person is. I'll get really nervous and I wouldn't know what to say. So it's how did you go about navigating it, and how would you suggest someone to do it?
Just be yourself. Be yourself, and treat them like a regular person, because after all, they're just regular folks. Talented, but regular folks.
I think that's the thing. I get too caught up in trying to treat them like a regular person. I think about it too much.
Like when Brian Wilson would come in and say, "Hey, can I use your restroom? First of all, I want to talk pet sounds with you." Okay, the restroom's over here,
Okay. And final question. Have you had any bad Have you had any bad experiences with celebrities? Like ones that
I had one. I've had several embarrassing. Someone told me this guy needed help in the blues section, and I went over and I started asking him questions about what he was looking for, and I didn't realize I was talking to Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
and then I left and I said, "Oh my gosh, that was Nicolas Cage. I hope I gave him a good blues suggestion." It was. I remember now. It was Rita Moreno.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wait a minute.
She came in one day and I didn't realize who it was until somebody was signaling me. Howard, our soundtrack buyer, was signaling me. I wasn't the store manager at the time. I was the assistant manager, and somebody was signaling me that this was a very important person to make sure I took care of them, and she had asked where. I honestly can't remember what she was looking for. I think it was jazz cassettes, and I said, "Oh, well, they're upstairs." And she put her hand out like this, and I was like, "What do I do?" And I thought, does she want me to kiss her hand? And she wanted me to take her. Which is always an important thing in retail, is don't just point to where things are. Take your customer there, especially if they go like this.
Well, you didn't kiss her hand, right?
No, I didn't.
Imagine if you did.
She kind of was like, "Are we gonna go to where you're telling me these cassettes are?"
Wow.
Cassette tapes before your time. I heard they're coming back.
Yeah, some of our
Everything
subscribers would remember cassette tapes. So no one that was rude to you?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
You know who are the most sincere, down-to-earth, approachable, you want to take them home and meet the family kind of folks are always country artists. Are always the most and sometimes you meet really mega rock stars and think they're unapproachable, and then you find they're just Carlos Santana, really wonderful person. George Harrison, really wonderful people to just spend the afternoon talking. They love to talk music. We talk music hours on end.
Wow.
Or like that one Los Lobos member who
all of them, all
sent
the
me
guys
a voicemail
from
for my high school Spanish
Yeah,
project.
Louis Perez.
Oh my gosh, I always forget about that.
Yeah, no, all the guys. Whenever you'd go to a Los Lobos function, you'd see the band and all their tios and tias and pretty much the whole family. It was great.
Why didn't you ever invite them to New Year's?
I know, I should have.
See, this is where my issue comes in. Because first of all the exciting stuff happened before I was born. And second of all, my dad, maybe I'm just more selfish, I don't know.
I took her and her sister to see the Cheetah Girls and this new kid, Miley Cyrus. And they played, at the time it was called the Universal Amphitheater. And you girls got to go backstage after.
Yes.
And mingle and meet Disney TV characters.
Yes, of course I remember that moment. It's a great, pivotal moment in my childhood, I would say.
Took Polaroid pictures with Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus.
But what I'm saying,
where are those pictures now?
In my room.
Camille gave all of the Cheetah Girls a personal gift.
She did.
They were floored. They were like, it was so sweet. It was the most sweet and tender moment. I mean, people talked about that. All the record label people would tell me all the time, "Oh my gosh, remember when your daughter gave the Cheetah Girls those gifts?" We were like, "Oh." It was
That's
incredible.
one memory. That's a fuzzy memory I have from that concert when we were walking away from the Cheetah Girls. I remember turning around and seeing them holding their hearts and showing each other what she had given them.
Little figurines from your room. This one means what I think about you. It was nice. It was really sweet.
Yeah. Yes, no, that was an exciting thing. But then also my issue is that like with the Mike Tyson story, I get so frustrated that my dad is so humble, but thank God he's so humble. But Like, I would have been like, yeah, Mike Tyson, let's go to Vegas right now. We're like, hey, like, celebrities, let's come meet, like, come to my New Year's
like the
party.
helicopter story with Stevie Nicks.
Oh my God, tell that.
No.
Yes, tell it.
No.
Tell it.
Next time.
Stay tuned, I guess.
We love you, Little Richard. Oh, Little Richard loves you.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Or making Prince get out of his limo. That was good.
Wait, can you tell the one about was it the Clash at your glasses?
Mick Jones from The Clash?
Yeah, tell that story. That's my favorite story.
There were multiple stories that evening. First of all, we had, as the company was international, we had stores in the UK. And Andy Lown, if you ever see this, Andy, he lives in Sydney, Australia now. We stay in touch. I had Andy Lown, who was the manager for Piccadilly in London. That's in London. And his assistant Jason, they were with me for an evening in LA. I was supposed to tour them around, and we were going to go have dinner and meet artists and see a show. So Big Audio Dynamite was the band. It's an offshoot, a post-Clash group that Mick Jones put together, and they were playing the Palladium. And so we had dinner with them prior to the show at the Cat and Custard Cup on Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, and during the but those guys from England, they drink like fish. I mean, just crazy. So Mick Jones was already pretty happy by the time we all put arms around each other and we're like getting ready to take our picture with the camera. And I took off my glasses.
Happy.
and I dropped them, and Mick Jones stepped on them. And he picked them up. They were all dangly. He says, "Sorry about that, mate. I'll get that fixed for you." I'm still waiting, Mick Jones. Anyway, that's like Billy Idol did the same pat on the back. I helped him up the stairs at the Roxy one night. At a country music concert at the Roxy. I want to say it was Tammy Wynette, and your mom and I were sitting at a table in the little record label VIP section. I said, "Trish, look who's sitting across from us." And it was Jeff Lynne from ELO sitting with Tom Petty. And I thought that was really cool. We're here to see Tammy Wynette. And as I'm looking over at them, pointing them out to your mom, some guy puts his hand on my shoulder because he's walking up the stairs with a cane. He had just been in a motorcycle accident, so he was walking with a cane. And I turned to see what it was, and it's Billy Idol. He's all, "Oh, thanks, mate."
Wow.
One story leads into the next at the Roxy.
Yes.
We've been to the Roxy.
Tiny little place.
We have.
Yeah. King the Kid has performed there once.
Oh, that one where the floor was like, yeah. Okay.
The Roxy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So.
Plenty more where that came.
Yeah, I guess this is episode 1.
You know what's really driving me crazy during this interview, though, is this little spot of jam on the tablecloth here missed its mark on the toast, I guess.
And that's when you remember this is a father.
Someone's gonna clean that. It'll be me.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dad, for being here today. Yeah.
Thank you, the Nadia.
I'm one of the few people in this family that actually enjoys hearing the stories, even if it's over and over again. Camille sometimes.
Yeah. I like telling the stories.
Yeah.
My party trick.
Yeah. But that's all we have for you today, folks. Thanks for watching another lovely video.
I'm sorry I didn't shave ahead of time. They caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Yes, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy it, still like and subscribe because it's sort of like, one for the dad. I don't want him to feel too embarrassed. Let's go ahead and like and subscribe this one.
Oh my gosh. And if you'd like more content from us, join our Patreon. The link will be in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. Catch y'all later.
Ow.